Hey guys, so this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the inverter to power all your outlets in your Volvo VNL 780, so you don't have to go underneath your bed to use the power from your inverter, turn it on, turn it off, things like that. You'll be able to use all 6 outlets that the Volvo provides for you, and what you can do is you can either just leave your inverter on or you can turn it on and off from the cubby on the outside. So let's get started. Hey guys, okay, doing the inverter now. If you're wondering where I'm at, this is where the bed goes. This is the cubby on the right, or on the driver's side. I was looking at how my company does it, and what they do is they literally drill a hole. I only have a knife, so as you can see right under there, it's brown. That's the paint of the truck, guys. That's actually the body of the truck. So I cut through there and then realized that that's what they do. They actually cut a hole through the truck, and I really don't want that because it's going to allow in too much noise. So when I went underneath the truck, I noticed that there was a plastic aluminum like this. You see how it's aluminum? At this point it's jumbled up, but it was circular. I pulled up the carpeting and I saw it, and I cut it from the bottom up, and I also cut the foam. Sorry, I was blocking the foam here, and that foam is obviously for dampening noise from the outside. And then obviously I cut through this carpeting. I have my cables here, red, black, and little ground for spikes, I guess, or just for securement ground, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to send these wires right through there, underneath this pipe though. That way it's not over it and clogging it, whatever, you know, just it's not in the way. I routed my extension cord from here, and I plugged it into the front of my inverter. Now the holes here don't line up, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make my own holes and make it fit. So I want to show you guys where I'm at so far before I go any further. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and route these wires through, and we'll carry on from there. Okay guys, so I've routed the cables. As you can see, I kept it as short as possible. I probably pushed through a little bit more just so I can mount this. I might mount this and then do the wire so that it's nice and it's not too, because this is actually pushing it out right now. So I might just install this now and to the wall right here, and then see where we go from there. But the wires are through. I will continue the video once I'm done with installing this to the wall, and then we'll go underneath and I'll show you guys what's going on underneath. Alright guys, so Jane's phone. Went ahead and mounted it. As you can see, I had to use some screws, make my own with some self-tapping screws. Because there's not going to be anything stored in there, I'm not worried about it, because this isn't going to stay up here rubbing. It's going to stay in place right about there. As you can see, I put 2 down there, 1 up here. That's holding it right in place. It's not going anywhere. Alright, so connected here. That's the extension cord that's going to go into the 120. You can turn off your light. Alright guys, we're underneath the truck right now. So here's the hole I was talking about. You can see some foil right here. That's where I just went ahead and cut through underneath. Cables are coming down. Here's the extension cord coming to the 120. I may or may not just unbolt it here and just let it hang, and just plug in right there, you know. That way it's not plugged up back there. But here's the little black cable. I went ahead and attached it to the chassis right there. Actually, probably I might loosen it up and just move it to the side, because right now it's kind of awkward. But the wires are back there. They should reach, and we'll go over there in just a second. Alright guys, so now we're on the outside. Here's our cables. You can see where I hooked up the little black wire right there. Remember when you're doing this positive first, then negative. Right now I have the kill switch on off, so all power to the truck is off. I also have to connect my fuse inline with the red positive, guys, because the red wire will be the first one to get hot, so you want it to pop the fuse as close to the batteries as possible so nothing else catches fire, okay? Right now we're using a 150 amp fuse, and pretty much we'll go inline right here and then back there, and that will be it. That will be pretty much the full install of this, guys. Alright guys, so I went ahead and removed the nut off of this bolt right back here. Now, the reason why I have electrical tape is because we've come too far, and if you're actually following this somehow, like a step-by-step guide, you'll know that we've come way too far to have something short out and screw everything over. So we're going to use electrical tape, tape up the black wire, and pretty much prevent any of that from happening. Here's our black one. And if you'll notice that I just touched the black with the red, doesn't matter because this is on the inverter side and there's no power in the inverter. So that's all we'll need. Oops, wrong way. So pretty much whatever it touches, it will not short out. Even though there's nothing too short out, never be too safe. No. Actually, there's the red cable. Yep, that's the red cable. That's the one I need. Alright. Very good, guys. Now, where are we gonna reach? We're not gonna reach, love. If you notice, this one has a little cover that goes over it.
Yeah.
That's probably because it doesn't have electrical tape and it was meant for it to be able to come off easy. So we're done. So now all I'm gonna do is lift this off the def, zip tie it to something. Let's see what to zip tie it to. Probably zip tie right there, guys. Oh, can you hold this? Like right here. Probably gonna zip tie right there, guys. That way it's off the ground. That looks like it's part of some of my airlines, but because it's not heavy and it's not gonna be doing anything vigorous, I'm just gonna zip tie it there. If you stuck around for this long, I appreciate you guys. Once I'll go ahead and do a quick walk around again, and we'll make sure everything's working correctly. And yeah. Okay guys, so went ahead and zip tied it just like that. We're still hanging kind of low here, so I'm gonna see about zip tying a bit, just so that this is kind of up in the air and not resting on the batteries like Jane was talking about. Black cable won't go any higher, but this red cable should be able to. So let me try that. Okay guys, let's see how that looks. And that looks perfect. I didn't do it too tight, so if those are air lines, it wouldn't damage anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut these at the end. See, I tape that up. That's our ground. We're gonna see how that works. Okay. So let's hit the kill switch and see what happens, guys. And we got power again in the truck, so that's a good sign. Gonna go ahead and close the door so I can put this back up. Give me a second. Alright. So Let's look at what we have back here. Turn on these lights. Get some lights up in here. Okay. So again, you know, blah blah blah. Okay. I'm gonna unplug this for now, and we're gonna see if the inverter can turn on. Inverter turns on. 13.1. Okay, cool. 0 watts at the moment. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and plug this in. And whoop. 14.1 still says 0, but we got the little green light right there. So, alright guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you. So here's the 2 outlets underneath the bed. We usually just charge our phones when we sleep back here, and we have a circuit protector here that we use. As you can see, we can flip the switch and it turns on, off, and we can power things like our cooking pot. We also have outlets in here, and here you can power your TV or things like that, but what we have is the TV, also the Xbox, my Hauppauge. I power my laptop. From back here we have a circuit protector, so you can pull that, Jane. So you can see the circuit protector. Here's the TV hooked up. There's the Hauppauge. Here's the Xbox, and as you can see, the little light is on, and we'll turn these on so you can see that they do turn on, and there we do have power. And there's the TV. Alright, so we do have power, and again, this video was just so that you guys can see that using that extension cord does help you out a lot, just because you don't need to have an extension cord going to all corners of the truck just to power everything. The Volvo does provide you with outlets. You might as well use them, and it's really simple. You just need an extension cord, but you also need to have a inverter. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and thanks for watching, guys.